That was a nice way to start. I got my brother in the next room coughing his guts up because he's really ill. And I'm just hoping that I don't get it because I've got a very busy week. But anyway, hello, how are you? I'm just waiting for some people to turn up. If you're watching this after it's live, because I'm going to keep this up. Basically what I am doing today is playing through Perfection as a developer, as the game designer. So I'm going to talk to you about kind of where my head was at, how we came up with a few decisions, what our intentions were versus what actually became. Can you hear me? I don't know. Wait. The gain is right up, so you should be able to hear me. I don't know. You guys are going to tell me if you can't hear me anyway. I'll just pop you here. But yeah. So that's what's going to happen right now. I mean, I was going to wait just for some people to come in because I wanted you guys to like ask me things live if you had questions. I gotta say, one major thing is thank you to everyone who found and played Perfection on itch. If you want to play it, the link is in the description below. And I was like blown away. It was so weird because I was actually on a social media break because I very much needed one. And yeah, I came back. I'd put the game up on itch during the social media break because I'm like currently looking for jobs and stuff. So I literally just put it up there to link to potential jobs, potential. And yeah, I came back and I was like, wait, how has this got so many downloads? Why is there links to YouTube videos? Why have I so many notifications? I can't even speak English. What is my life? But yeah, so just thank you so much. This was honestly like crazy because it's just a little student project that I ironed out a little bit after university, and I hoped that it might help me find a job, but turns out it's also found you guys and you've gotten some enjoyment out of it and you enjoy the concept, which you don't understand how happy I am that you enjoy the concept. Like, thank you so much, because that concept was my baby for the longest time. I could tell you the whole story of where the concept came from, and I guess I probably will. But yeah, we'll wait until we start playing the game. Let's say hi to who is here. So, hey Gamer BF 2142. Hey Yagamuffin, haven't seen you in a while. Hello Yagamuffin. And Tabs is in the chat. So Tabitha, I know if you watch this after it's live as well, you can see the chat, which is really good. Thank you for doing that, YouTube. So Tabitha is the character modeler. So if you have any character model questions, she's your gal. She's the one to ask. Hey Michael. Hey Wanderson Rodriguez. That's a lovely name. So yeah. How about we just get into it, and then I guess I just talk you through. I was thinking this could be like, you know, like how when you watch films and then it's just literally the game director or something just commenting over the top. It's like, oh yes, we chose this shot because of this, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I was thinking. So, oh yeah, I have to change OBS. One sec. And I should probably put desktop audio down because it's gonna be loud. Boop. There we go. Let me pop out the chat as well while I'm here. Hey, Jacobo Para. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Just so I get a gauge as well, how many of you guys in the chat have actually played the game? Obviously, Tabs, I know you have. You're just like, Tabs is like, I have played the game. Let me know if you can still hear me over the game audio. Hopefully you can. I'm going to try and stay close to my microphone. I might actually put it on the other side. Woo! Moving, you guys. Because I keep looking over at the chat, so it just makes sense to put the microphone here. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, sorry. I'm just so used to this. I heard this so much. If you like the music, my grandpa was in Vietnam and Korea, and ironically he died from flipping a tractor on himself. What? IPF really? Is what? Okay, I'm getting distracted. I'm confused. Who I am. Hi, amigos. Hi, Who I Am. And hi, Gabriel. Hi, Kirill White. Like, Right, I will carry on. Right, sorry, one sec. Right, so. The audio is amazing, is it not? It should loop now. Thank you. Yeah, the audio is amazing. The sound design is amazing. I worked with Jamie at Horizon Productions. The guy is called Jamie. The production studio is called Jamie. Jamie? No, it's not. It's called Horizon Productions. Oh my gosh. I'll put all this info in the description after I've uploaded this, but I'll put it in the chat quickly now actually. So I keep going off the games. The music keeps dropping out, but yeah, he's such a good sound producer. We're also working together on my EP that's gonna come out in December if all goes well, because it's finished now. I just need to do the art for it. But yeah, so I've just put up his Twitter account. He's great. I basically just sent him the storyboard, the one sheet, like everything that we had for the game that explained what it was, what the narrative was, what the mood was. And then we kind of talked about the cues, so like where I needed music for. And he also did the voiceovers. So the man's voice that you hear in the beginning video and in the very beginning of the game, that's all him. And I wanted it to kind of be like, you know how in Portal you have this false sense of security because you've got like the companion cube and stuff? I wanted him to be like that. So at the beginning of the game, you feel like you have a friend. And I wish we had more time for him to actually interact with you more and kind of make little jokes at you and stuff like that. Because we've got stuff in where in the beginning of the game, if you look at the security camera, it's like, smile, you're on camera. And that's supposed to kind of represent like if you're being vain and you're like, oh, look, it's me. Because I do that when I'm in shops. Anyway, let's actually play this. Jamie is so committed to production that he changed his last name to Horizon. Oh my gosh, why can't I speak? Yeah, it's Jamie at Horizon Productions, and I've just put his Twitter account in. So let's play this. I want to make sure you can see everything. Yep, you can see everything. Okay, so I want to see this. The menu screen, it's a bit naff. Not gonna lie, I didn't spend very long on this, and I should probably put more time on this. So as a team in our university, let me know if you can't hear me by the way. In our university, we were kind of told that you were supposed to have a character artist, an environment artist, a game designer, a GUI artist. Was there anything else? Oh, and I guess, and a concept artist as well. So that's like 6 people. Oh, wait. Environment, character, game designer, GUI, concept. 5 people. Sorry. At least to make like a short little 10-minute indie game. And we were 3. So we didn't have a GUI artist. We didn't have a concept artist. And we had to share that role. So this screen, the menu screen, would have been created by the GUI artist, but because we didn't have one, I was kind of like, and I'd already made the spiral, so I just figured, okay, just put an image here, make it super big, make it like spiral, look, it's a kaleidoscope, and then I was playing around with the particle effect, because this isn't actually 2D, this is in a 3D space made in Unity, and I saw that you could like put little lines in between the particles, and I was like, damn, that cool, because it kind of reminded me of technology, of tech, and yeah, I just thought it would be like cool little, you know, like DNA strands and stuff, but it's all like web. I don't know. And then I showed Tabitha, who's in the chat, and Tiffany, who's the environment artist, and they liked it. So that's basically how this came about. And then I've got like controls and everything's glitchy when you press it, because the whole premise of this is that you put on the headset and it basically glitches out your head. So anyway, let's actually play. So now I did make this video and I was extremely proud of this video.
Do you find yourself dreaming of something?
But it's annoying because I've watched this so many times now, and I'm sure you guys have because I put it on YouTube as well. Oh, yeah! I can skip it. You want me to skip it? I guess I won't skip it.
No more fear of failure to achieve your goals.
It was literally me in my bedroom, up at night.
We believe in a
But
perfect world,
this
and
voice
this world
is
starts
Jamie.
with you.
So I sent him the script, and he did all this audio. It sounds beautiful.
So you can finally realize your true potential.
And I edited it in Premiere Pro and After Effects.
So what are you waiting for? Make perfection yours.
Yours. Make perfection you. Perfection is the you that we have shine through. I did send him me singing it so that he could put that in. Okay, so this is actually a loading screen, so the game is like loading now, and it takes bloody forever. I have so much to do in the sense of like making it run better. But it's much better than it used to be. Trust me, I know it's still bad, but it's so much better than it used to be. So this is a little animation that I did. It took me like 2 days. It takes a long time. It was like keyframe by keyframe, putting the camera up, down, making it kind of look like a walk, but it just more looks like someone's limping, so it doesn't really work that well. But screw it. I mean, yeah, it's better than nothing. Yeah, that's supposed to be a loading bar as well. Like, because it takes so long, people don't realize when they try and drag it, they're like, huh? But you can't drag it. It is a loading bar. But yeah, the game just takes a while, so just bear with me. There you go.
Please sign in to begin your journey to perfection.
This song was the bane of my existence when I was making this game, I swear. I was going crazy. Wait, one sec. Oh, I can't take it. Okay, whatever. I was going absolutely crazy. Up at like 4 or 5 in the morning trying to get this finished for deadline. And I was just like running on caffeine, just like da 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 da. So to me this sound has like a whole new meaning. But anyway, so I did this. I made it like come across the screen like it looks like a digital thing. I don't know, like on a computer or whatever. Hey Juan! Hey Dastan! And I also implemented this so that you have to use your information.
Please enter the correct information.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, if they don't actually fill anything in, I'm not going to have anything to put into my bits. Also, my bits. I've not explained this very well. That's me. I put all my songs in here as like a little Easter egg. But anyway, yeah, so once you put your name in here, like, it's gonna update. It doesn't update much. It just updates the end folder, the door. I'll show you. Originally, let's talk about this. So originally, this was supposed to be, what am I saying? The Facebook thing, yeah. So I was using the Facebook SDK, and after this, I might see if I can get up some videos because I was so proud of myself. I managed to make it so I asked the player to log in with their Facebook account, and then it got their name. It got a random name of their friend and put that. See, you know that door where you can peep into it? I'll show you it later if you haven't played the game. That actually had one of your friends' names on it, and it was supposed to entice you that way. So you'd see like a friend's name. You'd be like, oh, like, let me look at the chat. Like, you'd be like, oh, I know Torque MG. Like, what are they doing there? And then you look in, and it actually worked. And I got your profile picture and I saved it as a material. So I could upload then that material, or update that material to any object, any 3D object in the game that I had. And it was gonna be so cool. I was gonna have like little pictures around the game, and then you'd be like, oh hail son, that's me in the picture. But then, you know, the whole controversy about Facebook came around, and their security just went through the roof. They did not allow any new apps to be made for, I think it was up to 6 months or something, without it going through this like rigorous process where they had to make sure that everything was okay and it wasn't using information in a bad way. And I did not have that time because I needed to get the game done for deadline, for university, for 3rd year, or else I would not have had my degree. So I had to do this instead, and this was asking questions and stuff like that. I got the idea because I was watching my friend play Until Dawn again, and I was like, it's pretty cool how they ask you to choose pictures and stuff, so maybe I'll just do that. Oh well. So yeah, anyway, I will show you stuff like that later, and I would love if I can find the time to go back to my original Facebook idea, because I got the code working. I've still got that code, so I would love to use it somewhere. But anyway, so let's say I'm a girl. That is me. Also other. I didn't want to exclude anyone, but we didn't have time to make like an other model, because the model, the character artist, Tabitha, if she's still here, made male, female. She made the monster, and I'm really sorry, but I changed that monster to Terra because I just, Terra's like my monster and I love him so much. But yeah, and then other was gonna be, I don't know, we never really got around to that. We just wanted to include everyone. And then yeah, so now it's like, so this is the image bit, and my friend Nina made these because it was very last minute. As I said, the whole Facebook thing just threw me off completely. Guys, can someone say if you can hear me or not? Because like no one's complaining, but no one said that they can hear me, and I'm really worried that I'm gonna watch this back and just realize that it's just me singing and no one could really hear what I'm saying. Because I can turn the game down a little bit. But anyway, yeah. So the mirror is supposed to represent physical attraction. So if you're more worried about your appearance or the physicality of things, in theory, you'd pick this one. This one, the eye, it's all about being judged and the fear of being judged by others. And then the little silhouette of a person is the fear of being alone or the fear of abandonment. I sound good. Cool, thank you. What language used to program this game? Disturbia. Disturbia! C sharp in Unity 3D.
Please.
Oh yeah.
Enter the correct information.
Sorry, Jamie. Okay, so which one's my favorite? I think my favorite is the eye one, so I'm going to show you that. But there's 3 different, they make little changes. Oh, by the way, that song that you just heard, that version of Sweater, is the version from the EP. I put it in as a little Easter egg. My dearest Susie.
Thank you. Please make yourself at home while we prepare your journey to perfection.
Cheers, Jamie. Right, okay, so if you look up here, it says, please be patient, and you can't go through there yet. And the lock sound is so quiet, I need to make it bigger. And I added like a little noise on the TV because I wanted people to be curious about what it was.
Enter through the door and prepare for
See, now it says, please enter YagmanX. Cheers, Jamie. But yeah, if you look at this.
Smile. You're on camera.
Ooh. She looks like she's like this. Sorry, Tabs, but she does. Anyway. Stuck in your sugar sweet goo. Let's turn this off because I'm just going to get ready. So you can press E to turn this off, by the way. I don't know if everyone knows this. So we have E to inspect, and then left mouse to interact. So you can also turn these around. So what I did in the latest update, I made an update like the other days. It's nothing that big, but I just put a light on the examine camera because a lot of people couldn't read these. So what these are is, and also I don't think a lot of people know this, these are real comments from people in my comment section. I asked while I was making the game, I asked while I was making the game, while I was in the development process, what people would think that their imperfections were, and this was it. So this person said perfect me, and what they would change to make themselves perfect. So they said perfect me would have short black hair instead of my shaved head. I'd be slimmer but still stocky. I'd like to be more confident in myself and be more tech savvy. And then I don't know what I've written there. I've got this in a windowed mode because just in case I needed to get out of it, but underneath at the very bottom, obviously the text is a bit too small then. I need to make it bigger. I made it bigger, but I need to make it bigger again. I've responded to everyone in my comment section, and so one thing I would love to do is do more of those, because I wanted to personally give my input on what you guys had said were your imperfections or anything like that. So there's one, and it says something like, I wish I was more intelligent, and then I had put in the comment below emotional intelligence or book smarts, because there's a loads of different types of intelligence, and it's sad that some people think they're not smart when there's a bunch of different ways to be smart, you know what I mean? So anyway, let's move over to here. My fireflies! This was one of the first things that I made, and I was so proud of them. They're all slightly different shades of green, I think it is, turquoise and white. And if you see, they have little tiny trails, and they're going around in random little cloudy motions. But the faster they go, the longer the trail gets. And I did this using the particle system. I mean, don't look at the grass. Grass is ugly. But I'm so proud of my little fireflies. They make me so happy. Yeah. What are people saying in the chat? I will download it. Thank you. Did you do any playtesting for this early part? Did you end up changing a lot in this area? So the playtesting, we just asked our friends and people in our course to playtest. So yeah, we did do that. And then obviously my Tabitha and Tiffany played it as well, because I was coding it. And then I would spend all night looking at the same thing thinking this is gross. So they played it too, to give me an actual insight. And yeah, what did we change? Oh, damn. I wish Tiffany was here. So I'm going to put Tiff's Twitter in the description after I upload this. I'll actually do it now as well in the chat, because Tiff is the environment designer, and I know she did change some stuff. So doop. That's the environment designer. Because I can't remember why did she change things. She changed it right there, just double checking everything's good. Everything's good. Yep. I think we changed this. No, we didn't change the window. I always wanted a big long window to look outside. We wanted it to look modernistic. We wanted a big TV. Well, it was supposed to be a TV that was going to be looping that trailer that I played for you at the beginning, but instead we turned it, very last minute actually turned it into a security cam for that little jump scare at the end. And yeah, we knew that a big part of games and making games believable were just having these little things, little bits and bobs scattered. And some people have said that in the feedback, and that makes me so happy, because it means that people have realized and it's done its job. Because, you know, if you have big empty environments that just don't look lived in, don't have objects, it just doesn't really work. So we have here, you know, out to lunch, and it's oh damn, I'm on my own, this person is out for lunch. I also did have a mechanic that I took out, where you could pick things up. So you could press the left click and pick it up and then move it around and stuff. But A, you didn't need to do this. There was literally no point. And B, they kept going through the walls. So I was if you don't need to do this and it keeps bugging out anyway, I'm just going to delete it. But you don't understand how difficult that is when you've spent so long on a piece of code and then you don't even end up using it. But oh well. So yeah, we have like magazines here, and that's the company logo. The company is never better, and the company is never better. The product is the perfection headset. So this is the thing, like the more that we put around the room, or the rooms, the more we were like building up the narrative and making it seem more immersive, making it more believable, if you know what I mean. Like, why is perfection necessary? Just like tiny little things like that, you know. Also, someone sent me an email like earlier on today saying that there's something about the texture on the bottom of this. Oh my god. There's a word on the bottom of this bowl, and I'm Tiffany! I'm gonna tell Tiff. I hope that's not like a trademark kind of thing. Embarrassing. But anyway, someone just said that to me today. So yeah, we have these posters as well though, that actually Tiff made these ones, and they're really cool. There's a man and a female. Get ready and prepare for perfection. And then I made these ones, the little illustration one. And that was supposed to be the whole idea of the company. It's like, it's all kind of kaleidoscopy, and it's about making the inner you as perfect and as beautiful as it can be. But anyway, let's carry on. So yeah, we have all this. You can open these. You can see there's another one of these here. My flaw is that I always know that I have to do important things for me and everyone else, and I try hard to do it, but I never do, and in consequence I disappoint people I love. To be perfect, I would change my attribute of laziness to productivity, so I would never let down my friends and family again. See, it's so like, the answers I got were just so, I just want to help everyone, but also relatable as well. So here you go, you have the music. Bum, bum, bum. So, the idea of having that there was to get them used to knowing that they can peep into doors. Because we were going to have the only one peepable door, but then we were like, no, well, the one major one. But then we were like, no, we need to have something so that they already know that mechanic is okay. And then this is the one where it's going to judge them whether they actually do peep or not, because they know that they should not peep into this one. Also, I know the audio is so bad for this. It's, we went to Jamie's recording studio, and we were just like, whispers? I don't know. And so we just like, perfect. Oh yeah, also notice these. Nothing's going to happen now, but notice that I chose the eye at the beginning of the game. And now all the portraits are closed eyes. And remember, I told you that the eye was about being scared of judgment, of being judged. Even though I like my solitude, there's a part of me that's worried about being alone forever. I can relate. So it does the job, because people, I've actually do have a man in there. Spoilers, there is a man in there. But I've forgotten to put the texture on. I'm such an idiot. I need to do that still. But yeah, he doesn't have a texture on him. But it's working anyway, because when I watched my friend play it, he was like, is there someone in there? And I didn't even realise that you could look through the peepholes till I was playtesting it just before deadline. And I was like, this is freaking cool. And yeah, the fact that you can see him is cool. So anyway.
Is not your room. Please.
The code for this changed so many times. I had it so like you had to click on the peephole to peep, but the peephole was too small and it just getting really fiddly. So I ended up putting this extra camera in, so you had this extra piece of like GUI or UI, so you can choose, and it makes it more obvious that you're doing something that probably should be done, that probably shouldn't be done, hopefully making you like stop and think and be like, wait, should I do this? Do I want to do this? Because the other door was just normal, and then this one's supposed to kind of evoke some sort of anxiety. Why'd that girl cry so much? Oh yeah, she does cry. That was very last minute as well. I just wanted something creepy. Maybe I should have just left it silent. But anyway, so I'm gonna peep. Yeah, this was a last minute decision. I am so glad that people found that dude scary. Because I literally, and then it says you are warned, so it knows now. I've got a boolean that was checking to see whether you were gonna peep or not. That boolean has now been changed from false to true because you did peep, and that means different things are gonna happen now. So I mean, you get this text, it's you were warned, things are gonna happen. That also changes the ending. This was glitched for a very long time. The ending was always the peeped ending, but now I've updated this. Now I've fixed it. I fixed a bug. Yeah. But I didn't think that was scary, but I keep seeing people like jump at it and I'm like, yay. That makes me happy. By the way, that's me. It's my eye. Yes, great. Glad you like it. Okay, let's carry on. You can press shift to run, just saying. Okay. So this is interesting as well, because we had interesting environment design choices for this. I asked the environment artist to put panels in front of the Perfection headset mannequin. This was supposed to be basically a replication of Silent Hill Homecoming. I know it's not the best one, but there's a part in the beginning of Homecoming that just stuck with me because it's, and actually to be fair, I think they do this in the older Silent Hill games anyway. I just remember Homecoming because it was the newest one, where you go into this room and you can't see because the camera angle's shifting and you're going through, and then suddenly once the camera angle gets back in place, there's a mannequin, but it's behind like a piece of cloth, so all you see is the shadow, and it looks like it's going to be a creature who's going to kill you, so you kind of freak out a bit. That's what I wanted for this, but we couldn't get the textures working, so that's probably something else that I need to look into. But then maybe that's something that we need to change in like Maya or something like outside of Unity, I think. Making the material outside. Sorry, thought someone was at my door. Anyway, so but that was supposed to be it. It was supposed to be like this dramatic shadow thing, but it kind of maybe works because you can only just see the head, but you can tell basically straight away that it's a mannequin head. But that is why I made this dramatic shadow here, because I thought, I don't know, if you're not freaked out, you might be like, wait, why is there a freaking head? Oh, it's a mannequin head. Oh, because you might think that it's a severed head or something gross. But yeah, anyway, I asked the environment artist to do these panels and to make this one. Oh yeah, the door's closed behind you because that's always the thing in horror games, right? But anyway, yeah, so facing this way, like angled a bit, because I wanted the peoples to walk this way and look at this. But a lot of people have been walking this way, and I'm like, huh, that didn't really work, did it? I guess maybe they're going towards the light, but yeah, they're supposed to go here. They don't have to, but it just kind of tells you a bit more about the headset. Gives you some information so that you know what you're putting on your head, basically, and also just to add to that sense of immersion and realism, yeah. So then it's all very dramatic here.
Behold, our state-of-the-art Perfection headset. Prepare for perfection.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, it's funny that I knew exactly where that trigger was. Anyway, so yeah, so as soon as you go there, it's like, whoa, it's all so bright and it's so big, and this is the Perfection headset, and oh my gosh, this is what we've been waiting for, and look, it's a mannequin head, it's just out of ZBrush, it's very low poly now. So yeah, this is the Perfection headset. Pretty proud of it. I like it. Then you put it on and just you wait. Okay, so this is the first jump scare. This is using a lot of different effects. So it's using like a shaky cam that sorry, that breathing, man. So it's using a shaky cam that shakes when you're near to the monster. That breathing is the monster. Is it the monster? Yeah, that breathing is the monster. But I think it's also you. You can also kind of hear you. Yeah. So that breathing, you can hear the hallway music. And when you go up to it, when you shake, you kind of lose control of your mouse a little bit. So I was trying to like make you lose control because that's kind of freaky and kind of spooky and whatever. So, okay. Yeah, and if you go towards the monster, it starts to cry and then it's gone. Where the hell did that go? And one thing I would love to bring to your attention, please, if you haven't already noticed, because it took me forever, is that if you chose that you're a male, your noises are male. If you chose that you're a female, your noises are female. And the same thing goes to the monster, because the monster, spoilers, the monster is a reflection of yourself. It's everything imperfect about you. So, yeah, so that crying, that wheezing, it's either going to be female wheezing or male wheezing. If it's male wheezing or crying, then it's Jamie. And if it's female, then it's me. Yeah. So yeah, anyway. It's all creepy now. It's like, where the hell did it go? I'm creeping out. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Oh yeah, and as you will see, the furniture's changed. There's like fallen down chairs and stuff, and the poster's just not quite right and stuff like that. That is yeah, that's basically, it was like hidden objects that only got, so I had to group everything. So there was like before props and after props. After props are instantiated once you put the headset on, and the before props are then deleted. But I noticed I've left this bloody chair, and it's supposed to be in the before props. I'm literally taking all the magic away. So this chair was supposed to translate into that fallen down chair, but instead they're just, you know, it's just on top of it. I mean, I guess. Chaos, madness, everywhere. So yeah, you open this. It's quite funny, because when we were doing play testing, some people were like, oh, it'd be cool if the music changed, you know, to make it more creepy, and I was like, haha, just you wait. Some people liked this, some people didn't, and I totally understand why. It's supposed to kind of make you feel confused and uneasy, which it does do. Everyone that I've seen play this has been very confused. But every time you hit a glitch, it's like the same song, but it's supposed to be slowly like turning into something else. Silent Hill was, I'm not gonna lie, Silent Hill was a massive inspiration for this game. Hey Exotic, and hey Amir, and hey Jackson Jack, thank you so much for coming. I realised that in the game you use your voice as sound effects, like the start radio. Yes, I do Disturbia. Yeah, those are my songs. So you can find all those songs on my YouTube channel. But anyway, yeah. So Silent Hill was a massive inspiration for this game. I'm not going to lie. We even looked at PT and we were trying to like see how they made their walls and stuff. I actually, oh my gosh, I actually found people have found development bits left from PT, and there was the model and the normal map for the hallway, and I was very intrigued because it also had the kind of texture map as well, but it showed a bunch of different textures. Like on one wall like this, you would have loads of different colors, and different colors amount to different texture sheets. which they just had so much texture. But if you look at the game, it kind of looks like a normal wall, but I think for every tiny like scrape and bump and stuff like that, they had a different texture put onto that, and oh my gosh, it blew me away. But we did not have the time to do that. So what we did do was we added a normal map onto the walls and made them look as if they had more texture, like 3D texture, so you can see these bumps and stuff, and that panel as well, so it looks more like 3D. It kind of looks like it's coming out and it's a bit rippled and stuff like that. The wall isn't like that. It's literally just, well, you can kind of tell it's just a straight up down, but it's the normal map that makes it look textured. And I know that Tiffany spent forever on that, and we were both extremely proud of it. Also, what you can do now is this. So if you look at the portraits, they open their eyes. So remember, I said I chose the eye, which means I don't like to be judged. I don't like to be looked at, in a sense, you know, watched. So I'm being watched if I watch them. Boobies! Okay, so, this, woohoo, it's supposed to represent the peeping aspect. And don't forget, I was going to incorporate Facebook at the beginning, and this door was supposed to have your friend's name on it, which was, oh my god, Jamie, he's so creepy. It was supposed to have your friend's name on it. So in essence, you're peeping on your friend, and then on your way back, your friend will be peeping on you. I did think of that. I was like, what if you click the door and then it goes into the peep mode? So you're just basically knocking on the door if you go up and you hit it. But anyway, so you walk away. Oh, and you go back.
Why are you watching?
There's nothing there. So hopefully that freaks some people out. The idea of that was from Alone in the Dark, A New Nightmare. The PS1 game, not the PS2 games. That one was ridiculous. Because, yeah, there's just a bit in the start of that game that I will never forget, where you're literally just walking outside of the house, you're trying to get into the house. This is if you chose, is it Carnby? Do I remember that right? If I remember that right, I'm so proud of myself. Carnby! Anyway, you're trying to get into the house, and you're just walking around, you're like, la 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 la, and then suddenly, because it's fixed camera angle points, back in the PS1 days, it changes, and the camera angle is coming from inside the house, watching you outside the house, and you can just hear like like something breathing, and it's like moving like this, so you can tell it's something watching you, and it unnerved the hell out of me because I did not see it coming. Because every other camera angle, yes, it was third person, but it was behind you. It wasn't first person from a monster's perspective, so that was great. I loved that. Anyway, so now you have these things. You have blood packs, and unfortunately we didn't have enough time to texture like each individual one. But yeah, so we have the blood packs and stuff just to make you feel a bit more uneasy. We also, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but the leaves are dead, so they were like nice, like friendly. What? No, lively, alive. They were alive, and now they are dead. Okay, friendly leaves. We also, this was another design idea, because I wanted them to notice that them being you, by the way, I wanted you to notice, great job on the game. Thank you, Exotic. I knew I felt a PT vibe to this. Yes, Taco Flaco, you definitely did. But yes, I wanted them to notice that if you look at the portraits, things are happening, and hopefully the fact that the portraits are actual photographs, they're actual real people, would also be more unnerving. So I asked Tiffany, the environment artist, to put this here, this picture of my friend Nina, my lovely friend Nina, because then hopefully you would be looking at it when you're walking down here and you would notice. Whereas with all these ones, you could easily walk past them, and there's no way that you're going to interact with them unless you actually look at them. So yeah, I was hoping that that would be the case. Some people haven't noticed, some people have, so it's quite interesting to see. But anyway, this I am very proud of, okay? This is called the Hitchcock effect, or the vertical camera effect, whatever you want to call it. And it's basically where, in film they do it a lot, where they're zooming out but moving forward, and it gives this kind of warped feel to it. And yeah, so it works, and it kind of feels like you're never going to get to the end of the hallway. But then you do. And then you're back again. Now, some people liked this, some people didn't. Some people were like, oh my gosh, it's just like PT. But don't forget, this game, it kind of was based on PT. And hopefully if that shadow didn't get you the first time, I think that flickering one is pretty darn creepy anyway. So someone had the idea of changing this when you get sent back in, and I bloody well agree. I think that's a change that I need to make, definitely. By the way, if anyone here has like input on what they would like to see in the game or whatever in the future, or if you want me to carry on making this, like, do let me know. But I'm a one gal band at the moment. So yeah, this. It's totally changed now. The appearance has totally changed. There's handprints, like blood prints, like on the wall. I've put the shininess up, which makes it look kind of like damp and just a bit dirty, and I quite liked how that looked. I mean, if you do look at PT, you'll notice that the floor is quite shiny. It reflects a lot off, and I think that gives a really kind of eerie effect, especially when you have lights and stuff to bounce off. Hey Don Choi, hey Raz Can Fly. So many people from Mexico, Croatia. Thanks Adelan. Colombia. That's Jacobo. Cool. Just found out about your channel and this game. Yay! Play the game! Link in the description. So excited. I just did not think anyone was going to play it. I was like, yeah. Oh, and as you see, the final image now is the one that you'll see. But yeah, you can close them again if you take the time. You can close them again if you face your fear. And apparently mine was being watched. So now all the eyes are just watching me, and it's fantastic. Okay, so I had a lot of questions about this. Basically, the thing with the pregnancy test was we were gonna have assets that were supposed to freak out male and females, but like on their own. So, and we were gonna have graffiti on the walls that would be specific to genders, to kind of make you feel like you personally were being targeted. So for the graffiti, for instance, we were going to have like slut or whore or something like that. I know it's horrible, but I think every girl has had to deal with that kind of name being thrown at her. We weren't too sure, like, or you know, for men, like maybe like men don't cry, or like wuss or something like that. You know, like not strong enough or something. And then for the assets, we thought, you know, females would kind of be able to, what's the word? Associate the fear of being pregnant, like when you maybe don't want to be pregnant, or like, you know, it's a scary time if you're pregnant. I don't know. I wouldn't know. But I might do one day, and like I'm sure if it's planned, it's lovely. But you know, I think every girl has had like a moment where they're like, oh my gosh, what is this? Something's happening. So that was that. But then we never got around to making any ones for males because hey, we were an all-girl team. We didn't really know, and plus we ran out of time completely. But I wanted the environment artists to still get graded on it, so we kept them in. That's literally the reason. This, I think, is my best jump scare. And I literally, I'm not gonna lie, I made it 2 nights beforehand in. I just thought it needed something a bit extra, and that was it. Oh, also, these drag marks, if I get the time in the future, or if I had more time back then, I wanted to, your first playthrough, I wanted to have random noises play and get triggered that sounded like something was behind you. So like you'd turn the corner and you'd hear something else turn a corner. And that's what was supposed to represent these drag marks. So it's supposed to be like you heard something was following you, you couldn't see it though, and even if you walked back it was not there, but then you got transported back and you could see all these drag marks. So that's from what was following you. That was the premise, but we ran out of time again. So yeah. This actually has changed a lot. I'll show you what it is now.
Why are you watching?
So that jump scare was going to be different, completely different, and I still don't understand why the code stopped working, but it stopped working pretty much the day before deadline. And it was a webcam, and basically when you looked in there, did the knock happen? I don't know. I can't remember. But you looked in here and it was an image of you, like a live image of you playing the game, basically. So you were looking back at yourself. I'm going to still see if I can make that work and then have this as a backup if the person doesn't have a webcam attached or something like that. But basically I had it working so that it checked whether you had a webcam. If it did have the webcam, then great, it made it active and that was going to be the play. But for some reason, 2 days before deadline or something like that, it just stopped working and I got very, very stressed. I stayed up all night doing this stupid eyeball, wondering what to do with it, texturing it, making it shiny. But yeah, that's what it turned into. And I think it has turned into one of the best jump scares, so I am pretty happy with it, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, let's carry on. When did you start working on this game? Good question, Jamie. Oh, Wasami said the silhouette of the mannequin head scared you a bit. Yes, 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 yes. And Jamie's here. Jamie is the dude from Horizon Productions, the sound dude. What was I saying? When did I start working on this? So we started working on this, I guess, at like the end of September, but that wasn't like, we didn't start making this game. Like that was literally from concept to everything. So that was, you know, wondering, are we gonna make a horror game? Are we gonna make a fantasy game? What kind of game are we gonna? That's when we started. Like when we actually started to code it and put it into Unity was probably more around December time. And then we finished it June. So it was made, yeah, so it was made in like 7-ish months. 6-7 months or something. But conceptually, ah! Oh, I see it. What the hell? That was my own jump scare. I'm such a freaking idiot. I forgot. Wow. Okay. Well, if it's that good that it can get me, I didn't realize I was looking at that bloody thing. I was gonna explain to you first, but you know. Anyway. So this obviously is the security cam. And he turned around and he's not there. But anyway, game developer gets scared by her own game. Well, that's a good thing. But yeah, so all of this, by the way, they have, oh my god, my ears. They have what is known as a, oh, shite, what's it called? Rigid body. That's what they have. They have a rigid body. So when the monster comes, because basically what that was I did have it so that if you clicked on this, that would happen. But then I realized most people weren't even clicking on the security camera. So I made it just so that if you literally briefly looked at it for a second, it forced you to look like this, and it teleported the monster behind you. So major jump scare. But yeah, and because the monster doesn't teleport in a single spot, it just teleports wherever you are in the room, minus, I think it was Y or Z, I think it was Z. which is behind. So wherever you, like, I could be here, I could be here, I could be here, like wherever the hell I was in this room, he would just end up being right dead center behind me, which was a very important thing, because then you're supposed to be like, oh my gosh, do I get off the security camera? Do I turn around? What do I do? One thing that I'm actually thinking of is, like, when you come off, you can still see it, so I should have made it black so that you're not sure if he's still behind you or not, and then you have to turn around. That'd be freakier. That just came to me right then. But yeah, this idea, it's another one that was inspired to me by another horror game. I've had a very extensive life of playing horror games. I love horror games. But The Suffering, I don't know if anyone's played that one. It's a little bit more obscure, but The Suffering, I think, was a great horror game. The first one, anyone, second one, so-so. But it was on PS2, and they had this security cam mechanic where you could, there was like a little computer on the table, you click on the computer and then it shows you different security cams, and then you kind of click through and you can see like loads of random different ones. Sometimes you see like other characters in there, sometimes you see people getting killed by the creatures, but there's this one time, and it only happens once, where you're clicking through, and then suddenly you're like, wait, that's me, this security camera is in the room that I'm in. And then you're like watching yourself, and one of the monsters just slowly starts to walk up behind you. And if I remember rightly, it's not just like one click to get out the security cameras. I think it's like 2 clicks or something like that to get fully out. So I obviously freaking out with my PlayStation remote. I'm like, oh my gosh! And like I get out of the security camera, turn around, like waiting to just kill this thing, and it's not there. And then I go back on the security camera, nothing happens. And it just freaked me out. It was so good. It was such a good little scare tactic. But yeah, so that's what happened there. Also, there's these needles that are kind of creepy. So can I even pick this up? No. Which I have also forgotten to make interactable. That's kind of embarrassing. I thought you could pick them up. Whatever. Another pregnancy test. Oh! Do you guys want me to spoil the Easter egg? Okay, I will. Don't look! If you don't want the Easter egg.
So I made this as a kind of project to
so basically, if you want to know more about the project and how I feel about it and blah blah blah, it's on the radio.
It's so easy. This game is far from perfect.
Let's talk about how far from perfect it is.
University project. So I made this as
oh yeah. It's just me and my friends like playing around with some audio software, making us sound like monsters. What am I doing it? Does anyone know what that's from? Mommy! It's from Doctor Who. Mommy! It's so creepy. And that's me laughing like a monster. Anyway, yeah, so this bit does confuse people a lot, but I'm quite happy with the time that people spend here. This did take me a while to figure out, because what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to go towards the exit, so I had to really make this dramatic, like, exit, go to the exit. And if you notice at the beginning of the game it's green, but now it's red and all the lights are turned off and it's like, oh look. And then this door opens, but I didn't. That still probably could be more obvious. That is also why these scratch marks are like by the door. Also, if you notice, the posters have changed as well. Like the man has got a skull on now. Yeah, it's a little bit creepy, a little bit spooky. So yeah, but I had to make sure that this one was locked. Like, see, it's not locked now, so you can go back through there if you want. But as soon as you do this, the audio changes so you know you've made a progression in the game. And you hear a door open, but you're not sure where it is. And it's this one. And if you try to go through here, you can't. It's locked. Because before, people were going back through here and I was like, no! So I had to lock it. So, yeah, you can't go back through there, I'm afraid. Okay, then we got this. And actually here is, there's an invisible box that times you on how long it takes for you to get to the monster. So the monster's called Terror, by the way. And this is actually what tells you how brave you are. If you spend forever, it says that you're a coward, basically. And if you go straight up to it, it's like, yeah, you are so brave. So anyway, let's go up. And then it starts to do this little like head thing. And then there you go. It's the end of the game and you are the monster. How did I make this mirror texture, you ask? I'm very glad you asked. No one asked. Everyone's talking about the doctor. Oh yeah, Jamie. Problem Bear wants to know what audio software did you use. But yeah, so it turns out you're it, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm the monster. What? Look at my claws. Look at my little bony hand. Look at my boobs. Like I look fabulous. But you can't move or anything because, well, you just can't. Okay, you just can't do that. And then here it's like, oh, patient name, YagmanX. That'd be me. So as I said, I chose the eye, which is supposed to represent the fear of judgment, which I think very much represents me. And then I tried to think about this like logically. I tried to still keep it within the narrative. So I was like, how would you change that within the brain? I am no neuroscientist. But, you know, I have Google on my side, so I can like Google stuff. And basically, yeah, I said, imperfection to target the fear of judgment. Self-worth must be enlarged and not rely on other attributes. I can't remember what the other ones say, but you can find out if you choose another picture. So this, is the patient curious about their environment? Their curiosity makes them hyper-aware of their surroundings. Because I was looking at everything, I picked up quite a few things. I was a very curious beaver. If you don't look at very much stuff, then you're not curious and you stay focused. It says that you stay focused. Does the patient follow orders? No, they made their own decisions no matter the risk. That's because I peeped in the door. This did happen all the time. It did say that all the time, but I've changed that now. So it should say something like, yes, they obey orders if you don't peep in the door. Did the patient reaction when faced with danger? They are fearful of the truth. So I took too long to go towards the monster. In both scenarios, actually. It was the beginning one, when you first saw the monster, and the end one. So I'm fearful. And yeah, then the patient remains imperfect. If you remain imperfect, then you exit the game. If you restart the system, then you get sent back to the main menu. But I'm just going to say that I'm still imperfect, so I'm going to go out.
You'll never be perfect.
You'll never be perfect. You will never be perfect. That's okay. Because no one will ever be perfect, because no one is perfect. That's the whole point of the game, which I think some people don't realize. Some people are like, why are you trying to make me perfect? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm trying to make you feel okay about not being perfect. But, yeah, I will actually explain to you now while we have a bit more time, because I need to go make dinner now. But the whole concept and premise of this was made when you have those nights where you're up all night and you're just thinking. Your brain is going overload on so many different things. That's what was happening. I was in bed, I could not sleep, and I was just like, I wish I could play guitar. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. I wish I could get this finished. I wish I could do everything. I wish I could fall asleep right now. I I wish, basically. And then I was like, why can't I? Why can't I? Why can't I play the guitar really well? Why can't I, you know, make a video every day for YouTube? Why can't I do all these things that I want to do? Because I can't focus. Because I'm trying to do them all at once. Because I could be perfect at them. I could be who I want to be on all these things if I just took out everything that got in the way, everything that distracted me. Then I was like, okay, so how do I do this? So I thought, what if the government makes like a headset or something? Someone makes a headset. You put the headset on, and then it's got this little like bit in it that stores like all your procrastinatory thoughts, like everything that, you know, everything that gets in the way of you being perfect gets stored within the headset so that you can just be focused on what you want to be. But then I was like, what would that be exactly? What would we put into the headset? Well, you, like literally your personality, everything that makes you you, everything. Because if you procrastinate, it's usually because it's something that you're interested in, or it's a joke that you found funny. Like it's something to do with you as a person and your personality. And then if you had a headset on that made you perfect and made you just like focus on something, that would essentially make you a robot. Like literally everything that is you would be stored in that headset. And then I was like, what better way for a government to control a whole civilization than to make this headset? I know, this is like crazy. And the game only touches on like a tiny bit of the idea, but that was basically it. And then I was like, oh, you know, I could make this cool, like, it just started off as me thinking of an idea for YouTube. I was like, I could make this cool advert that's kind of like Bioshocky, and it's like, make perfection yours, make perfection you. But actually it's all like messed up, and the whole idea and premise of it is just not okay. Like making people think that they should be perfect, but that's essentially what marketing does and advertising does anyway. It's just telling us how we're imperfect and we need to be perfect, and to be perfect we need to buy this product. So this is basically like an enlarged version of what already happens in the media. You are overthinking a lot. I overthink everything. That's who I am. And that's also why I want to be a games designer, because I think it's a good trait to have. It's like you take a lot of things on board, you overthink, you always ask why. You never stop asking. You're just like, okay, this, but why this? But how this? But why that? But could this? And it's all part of the fun. That's some cyberpunk themed idea. Exactly, like, I think there's so much more that can be done with it. I'd love to like write a story, make more films, make more of this game perhaps, because I don't know, I'm just so overwhelmed with just how many people played it, how many people already enjoy the concept, and just, yeah, how many people liked it. So blood and animals, interesting combination for your game. Ooh, that's true. Okay, thank you. I'll watch this back afterwards, by the way. So if you did say anything about the game or like ideas for the game and I haven't said anything about them now, I'm going to be watching back. So do put them in. Do. Tinfoil hat stuff. Exactly, Mantas. Tinfoil hat stuff. Hey Mo, thanks for the smiley face. The same Geordie Wild say. What did Geordie Wild say? I don't know. I always thought that horror games with the flashlights are good. I do actually have a flashlight, but it's very dim. But I could turn it up if you think that would help. Having to uncover, I guess, because then I could just, instead of having the hall lights at the end of the game, like the flashing dramatic hall lights, I could have the spotlight. Yeah, actually. Or I could even just make the spotlight brighter for that part, and then hopefully like you slowly uncover it as you're coming down the hall. That could be creepier. Oh yes. Oh yes. I like these ideas. Oh yes. Like having to, how often do you shave your legs? This is a ridiculous question. Why? Yeah, why? It happens to me too, most of the time, asking a lot about existence stuff. Exactly, Adelan. Like, I don't know. I just keep doing it. Keep doing it. I think it's a good thing. Because, like, I used to do it loads when I was a kid. I remember I honestly thought I had superpowers when I was a kid. I'm not even kidding you. I just used to think the stupidest things were, like, superpowers. But that was where my imagination came from, and that was where I used to write a lot of stories when I was a kid. That's where it all came from. And I just think a lot of, like, logic and, I don't know, stuff gets thrown at us when we're adults, and we think that overthinking or being curious or, like, maybe just being a bit outlandish is ridiculous as we're an adult. But that's how you stay creative. Like, in my experience and from what I've seen and watched and heard of other people that I look up to, that's how they stay creative, and that's how they get such brilliant ideas, because they just never stop questioning, and they never grow up. Essentially, they're always a kid, just trying to find out more and wondering different ways and thinking, but maybe this happens because of this, even if it doesn't. It's like, yeah, but what if it did? And that's an idea, you know what I mean? Jolly Wild is the YouTuber who played your game. Is that the Spanish one? I don't know what he said. But I enjoyed it, and I did watch him play. I saw his, like, jump scares and stuff, and it was very funny. It made me laugh. Awesome, yeah, Mantaz, do let me know if you do play this game. Thank you so much. I'm going to have to go now, like, unless anyone has any burning questions, I will answer them right before I go. But what I will do is I will leave just some music playing for you, and you can put in your ideas about the game. Maybe if you have stuff that you want me to implement in, let me know if you want me to carry on working more on it, if you want me to work on a different game instead, anything like that. I'll keep up the live stream for a little bit, and then I can look back on it afterwards. Hey, 1001 Speedster! Too busy to watch the stream, Yags. That's no worries. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna keep this one live anyway, so if you're ever bored and you've got like an hour to kill, you can watch it. When I was a child, I would eat Harry Potter's pasta, and when I opened my eyes, the Coke would be gone. My mother would hide it. That's so cute. That's adorable. Oh, any parent that can get involved in their kid's imagination like that is like, yes, A-star parenting. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. What I'll also do for you is, so Jamie from Horizon Productions put the soundtrack, wait there, let me get it up. Put the soundtrack on his SoundCloud, and I think if you guys like the audio, then definitely check it out. So I think you'll enjoy that. Goodbye, Facebook. Why are you here? Jamie. Oh, wait. I'll put it in here. Horizon Productions. Perfection. Soundtrack. Don't leave. That's my question. Oh, I like that exotic. When you're walking down the hallway, the lights break, so you have to use your flashlight. That's very nice. That's very nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. Good idea. So this is great. Like, I was doing game dev streams while I was making the game, and I just think it's so much better when you can get, like, a community involved. This is why indie devs are the best. Well, I don't know. No, it would be nice to have a team that actually knew what they were doing. Like, that would be so nice, because I'm on my own right now that uni's finished. We're all, like, dispersed, and I'm the only coder. It would be so nice to have another coder who, like, knew how to code, because I think I know how to code, but a lot of it is just Google and then debug, you know. I hope you play Life is Strange. Oh, I need to, but I need money to buy it. Yeah, I haven't been able to afford it yet, but I'm hoping. I'm doing some, like, lecturing in the university next week, so I'm hoping to get it, and as soon as I do, I promise you, I will stream Life is Strange, because I cannot wait to play that game. I'm actually really excited to play that game. I've also been trying to find a way of playing Silent Hill for you guys, but it seems really difficult, and it's like £60 to buy it secondhand, and apparently even if you do, it's really difficult to get to run on later PCs, well, or like, you know, good PCs, so I don't know. But yeah, I am definitely saving up for Life is Strange. Don't worry about that. I'll play it soon. And yeah, fixed camera angle like Resident Evil. Exactly, but I would love Silent Hill. I want to play Silent Hill like so bad. Especially after making this game, and I am still obsessed with PT, like to this day. If anyone makes a YouTube video about PT, I bet you I am watching that like straight away. I've been trying to actually write a song about it, but I just can't get the lyrics right, and I think I'm too invested. Have you found a job? No, not in the game industry yet. I'm still applying. But I have had, well, I had some like offers which were lovely, but it wasn't enough to like move, because I don't live anywhere near anywhere. So it sucks. I mean, I would love to just take up people's offers, but unfortunately I need to make sure I can live as well. So yeah, I am still looking, but I do have a job next week. I've been offered some lecturing shindig, so I'm gonna be teaching some students, which is weird. I've never done that before. I really hope that they like me. I don't know. I hope they like me. I just hope they're not like... I'm sure it'll be fine. It's university. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't think Death Stranding is a PT spin-off. It's not... Hideo's already said it's not horror. I know you can't like fully trust everything that he says, but he's already said it's not a horror game. And everything that I've seen of that game is just like... not PT. It's just so different. I'm still really looking forward to Death Stranding, do not get me wrong, and anything that man and Guillermo del Toro make together is gonna be amazing. And I really freaking hope that they still have Junji Ito on their side, because when I heard Junji Ito was gonna be on PT, I flipped my lid. I was like, yes. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm teaching Photoshop and Illustrator next week, and then after that I'm teaching coding, so C# and Unity 3D. But after next week I'll just be like an assistant, so I'll just be in the classroom, just, hey, need help, blah blah blah. But yeah, no, tomorrow I'm actually going to be on my own in delivering lectures, so it's going to be interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna leave you with some music. Do let me know if you have ideas, if you're excited to see more, if you want me to just stop on this and start on something else. Let me know, and I will read back through them. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I will say goodbye to whoever I can see in the comments. So hey Rick Jeezy, and thank you for coming to the channel, but also goodbye. But I hope you watch other content. I have just published a game on itch, so maybe you play that. It's in the description. Goodbye Lucas, goodbye Eleanor, goodbye Pepe, goodbye Adelan, goodbye Exotic, goodbye Jackson Jack, goodbye Mantaz, goodbye Michael. I might just be saying things over and over, by the way. Goodbye Jacobo, goodbye Yusuf, goodbye Problem Bear, goodbye Who Am I, goodbye Mo, goodbye Disturbia, goodbye Jamie if you're still around. I'm guessing you are. Goodbye Tabs if you're still around. I'm guessing you are. Yeah, there's Jamie. Bye-bye! And thank you also to everyone who stuck around during the development of this and kept me sane. because so many times I was just second guessing myself on whether this game was even good, like, or even remotely good, you know what I mean? So yeah, thank you so much. Can't thank you enough. Yeah, goodbye from me anyway. I mean, you're gonna carry on listening. I'll put some songs on. Okay, goodbye.
I was just a child when I saw you there. You taught me how to fight sections that just don't care. And through your lens I saw beauty and hidden ahead. I couldn't help but stare into your green eyes. So many years have passed since I walked that path where Tom's await in every shadow cast, and the evil lies behind misleading man. Take every pearl to stare into your green Safe and sound in a shell, my hope it never fell to return once more. A pirate's network win the war. We'll fight for freedom of System 3 alongside such diversity.